Alright guys, this is the latest update on the Farmall Super A. What we did was, wasn't happy with how it was running. Just couldn't get the fuel mixture right at all. So anyway, we pulled the carburetor off, took it all apart, discovered a lot of things. First of all, I don't know if you can see this in the light there, but it's a Zenith. It says Zenith made in USA right there. And it says 363 there, which I guess that is the year the particular one was made. I'm not sure, but somewhere else on it, I don't remember where, but it does say B1 on it, so it's right there. You can't even make it out, it's so vague. Anyway, it's Zenith B1 carburetor. I've never worked on one of these ones before, so once again, like with the mag, any of you guys familiar with these things and give me any kind of tips, I certainly do appreciate it. The float was stuck in the closed position, and we managed to free that up. There's all kinds of crap stuck in there. Close in pretty decent shape. I didn't hear any fluids in there when I took it off and shook it. So that's cleaned up. I cleaned it just as best you can, as best as I could. This carburetor only has one adjustment tool on it, right there on the top. I believe that is the air inlet adjuster. I'm not overly familiar with these carburetors at all. In fact, I know nothing about them. I think that's air intake, and when I was adjusting that in and out, I was getting no difference at all, nothing. So that's that, and I believe the fuel jet is permanently set on these. There's no adjustment on the fuel jet on these that I can see. So one comical thing I found when I took the two parts of the carburetor apart, the gasket that was used, and I don't think you're going to be able to see this on the camera, but believe me, there is letters on that gasket. This gasket is actually a piece of newspaper. This gasket was cut out of a piece of newspaper, or very, very thin magazine paper. There's actually print on it. You can see it's a page of print. It's I've seen gaskets made of a lot of things, done it myself, but made out of a piece of newspaper or a magazine page. That's a new one on me. That's incredible. That took a lot of time and effort by someone who just didn't have the money to go buy one. And well, held up a few years, and probably quite a few years. But anyway, we got some new gasket paper here, and we're gonna be making up a new gasket for it with this heavier gasket paper, as well as the gasket that goes onto the intake manifold. Looked pretty shot as well. That wasn't paper, but it looked pretty shot. So that's the situation right now. This carburetor's got me puzzled. First I was getting too much fuel, and then I wasn't getting any fuel. And the shut-off valve inside there that the float shuts off was in fact stuck. So I freed that up, blew it all out with compressed air, put the gas intake off, blew it out with compressed air, put it all back together, and it seems to be open everywhere. Can't find any more clogs. Everything seems to be good. Everything's blown out with compressed air, so we're going to put it back together now, see what we got. The gasket's going to be a little tricky to make, this gasket with all these cutouts, but we're going to try. We got the blue RTV sealer too. We're going to use that as well as the gasket. Again, the Zenith B1 carburetor. Any of you guys familiar with them? Any tips? Any problems that you know of you can put me on to? I certainly do appreciate it. Alright, and hopefully we'll get this back together and get that baby running a little better. Alright, thank you very much.